Greetings, Linda.hollington, Caldwell Banker Paradise. I'm sure you know by now that we are signing broker buyer agreements now. It really isn't anything new. Um, they were used at one time. I know in 2011 when I started in Florida, it was about 50-50. Somehow we quit using them. So buyers weren't being represented like they should have been at that time. So the buyer needs to plan how they're going to ensure that their buyer is going to be, their buyer brokerage is going to be paid. And here are the options here. The buyer pays the brokerage is one. The buyer negotiates a credit from the seller in the purchase and the sale agreement. They'll pay part of it or all of it. The buyer ensures the listing broker enters into a separate agreement with the buyer's broker to cover some or all of the amount of the buyer's expenses. The risk is the window time frame created for execution. If the listing broker and the buyer's broker have not executed an agreement by the deadline, the buyer can cancel the purchase and the sale agreement. So that can be put into the contract as well. Ensure that a seller enters into a compensation agreement with the buyer's broker. Similar to number 3, the difference being that the seller will enter this compensation agreement instead of the listing broker. The same risk is that there's a window time for execution here of this, and it needs to be done in a timely manner. So keep that in mind. Thank you for joining me. Linda.hollington, Caldwell Banker Paradise.